always looked for vacant lots that they were going to develop, and I would see a nice, like a narrow leaf yucca or a cactus, and I'd go and say, take it, because they were going to plow it all off anyway. That's one way of doing it. Or I got permission to go on the public lands back in the days when they would allow you to take some plants off the public lands. Lee Hughs, I worked for the BLM many years at vegetation management, range management, forestry, and of course I learned a lot of the plants in doing the plant transects that we do in our monitoring on the public lands to determine the health of the public land. You know, if it has the right plants in the area and all this sort of thing. So I learned a lot about plants working in the BLM, and then of course in college I took botany, taxonomy courses, stuff like that. But then I started this, and I also work in two arboretums, the Santa Clara and the Kayenta Arboretum. And so there's a lot of plants you come across, both native and non-native. And native plants I know are hard to come by in the nurseries. That's why I believe in using the natives. They're very adjustable. They deal with the droughts really well around here. The sand sage, the mesquite, the cactus, they all handle drought very well. And so that's why I like them. And of course we save on water using native plants and not having irrigation. And I know some people put in irrigation, but they generally over-irrigate these native plants. So I don't have any irrigation. I will irrigate in long dry spells. We had a 5-month drought here a while back, and I did pull the hose out and water some plants that I had bought. And I watered the sand sage once during that 5 months, but they didn't really need it. They survived. And so, yeah, that's the whole idea of the yard, using the natives, is that they use less water and they are drought resistant, and so you don't have to water them. Well, yeah, we don't have any drip irrigation anywhere. I also use some of the non-natives from the Sonoran Desert, like that smooth cactus there, or that agave. They're all drought resistant, and once they're established, you don't water them anymore. I mean, I just like sitting out here looking at it, and the fact that we're not using much water. We never have used over the minimum. They charge us here in Santa Clara a minimum price for our water usage, and it's always been below $40. So, because that's the minimum charge. I got an ego, so I like it. I like it that people appreciate my yard and my wife's yard too. I have to include her. She made sure when she bought the place, she put the rocks in. So yeah, and that really added to it right off the bat. And anyhow, that's what I believe in.